Hi everybody, Maci here. So for this week's video, I'll be showing you guys what is on my iPhone 6 as well as how I edit my Instagram photos. This is a collab video with Emma, aka Fashionista MGal, and she also did the What's on My iPhone video on her channel, so don't forget to check that out. The link to that is in the description box below, and don't forget to subscribe to her after watching this video. On my phone, you will notice that my wallpaper is of Luke Hemmings from 5 Seconds of Summer, and I mean, just look at him. Also, if you want this picture of Luke as your wallpaper on your phone, I have the link to the picture down below where I tweeted it just for you. Lately, most people have been asking me why my phone is in Spanish, and the reason for this is because I'm taking AP Spanish this year, and since I use my phone a majority of the time, I thought it would be an easier way for me to study and get used to many of the words. So first I'm gonna unlock my phone with my fingerprint, and now here are my apps. First off, I have stuff that I don't use because I don't use them. Unfortunately, my phone came with a lot of apps that are not very beneficial or useful to me, and kind of like Salud, iBooks, videos, FaceTime, Game Center. I don't really use that at all, so... Next up, I have this app called Plant Nanny, and it is the best. As a person who's trying to be consistent when drinking water, this app is really helpful because it gives you a plant and your job is to water it. To water it, you have to drink a certain amount of water, so basically it keeps track of your water intake throughout the day. Next up, I have my group of education apps that I use for school. I have Edmodo, Dictionary, and Spanish Dict. If you're taking a Spanish course, I definitely recommend that you download Spanish Dict because it's super helpful and you don't even need internet to use it, except for like some parts, but really you don't need internet. And let's say you want to know what is the word for running, and you search it up and it's correr, and it gives you some conjugations, some examples of how to use it in a sentence, and it's just super helpful, and I definitely recommend that you download it. Next up, I have my social media folder where I have Instagram, Twitter, Kik, Tumblr, YouTube, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Basically the apps, social media apps that almost every single teenager has on their phone, so it's quite basic. Also, do be sure to follow me in all of my social media. The links are down in the description box below, so go check it out. Basically, the next page is just kind of like the supplementary apps that I use for Twitter and Instagram, like CrowdMix, Photogram, PixArt, Publish, Fonto, and Studio. I mean, they're pretty useful. So that's basically it for my phone. I don't have that many apps because I don't have that much space on my phone. It's only 16 gigabytes, and I'm just the kind of person who only wants to keep the apps that I actually use. Usually if I don't use an app for over a month, I just delete it because it takes up way too much space and it just feels cluttered. So now that I've gone over everything on my phone, let's get on to editing. So first, let's take a picture of one of my drawings. So once that's done, I usually like to go on Fonto. I just choose the drawing. And honestly, it depends on your preference, but I sometimes go for fade, or if it just needs to be a little bit brighter, I like to go on clamp. And it has like that, it's like a fading kind of color, and it's not as clear, but it's nice and foggy, so to say. And I like to bring up the saturation a little bit, and I kind of lower the maximum. And if you increase on the minimum, it usually becomes a lot cloudier. I'm not really sure how to describe this, but I like to make it a little bit more clear. So I guess this is pretty good for now. Then I usually like to add my watermark. If you don't know what a if you don't know what a watermark is, basically it's like a little logo or like your username. Like let's say for me it's Drawings by Maci X. If you don't want anyone stealing your work, then you put a watermark so then they're less likely to steal it. I like to use the font Sacramento because I think it's very cute, and I usually make it somewhat small, and I try to put it in the drawing, or like I just make it a lot bigger. I like to put it across the whole drawing, and I don't really put a shadow on it. I kind of fade it a little so then it doesn't really disturb the whole drawing. I mean, it's difficult to see it, but it's there. And sometimes I put like another one on the top of the drawing, but for now, I'll show you how I make the speech bubble one. Should be here somewhere. Oh no. I like to go on wig flip. Basically, if you watch Adelaine Morin's videos, Cookie Monster, or I don't really know any other YouTuber that uses them, she gets them from here, and I just put my username on here. You can put spike left or spike right when they mean that little that speech thingy, like spike left. And yeah, you just submit it and it will make it for you, and you just save it when this loads. There you go. So now I'm just going to save it, and I'm going to go back to Fonto. And by the way, I'm sorry if the lighting is just changing because I don't even know, like I thought it was sunny today, but apparently it doesn't feel like being sunny the whole time. You do you. So I like to put this a little smaller, and I would put it just right there. Usually if the drawing is smaller, I would make my watermark a little bit bigger, but just for this purpose, I will leave it like that. I mean, you can tilt it just based on your preference. And now I'll save it, and there you go. That's how I edit my Instagram photos. Yay! So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to watch Emma's video in the description box below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos every week. I will try to be consistent. I'm just, senior year is just taking a toll on me. Hope to see you guys next week. Bye!
The 22nd.
It's Sunday, November 22nd, and we are going to go to the AMAs right now. We're in downtown LA, so you can see, oh wow. Yeah, we just parked